So, are you walking through midlife feeling kind of disconnected from your true self? Maybe you don't even know who your true self is anymore because you've had so many identities as a mom, as a daughter, as a sibling, as a coworker, etc. And maybe you're struggling with an unclear vision of who you are and what you want, both physically and metaphorically speaking. Do you often find yourself in kind of that midlife hazy funk, experiencing brain fog, fatigue, dizziness, and an overall sense of being out of sync? This is a transitional window of our lives where vision can become cloudy, and women really do crave more clarity on their authentic path forward. Could using something like the ancient window of the sky points in traditional Chinese medicine provide the bridge to reconnect the mind, body, and spirit during this life stage? Welcome to Her Wellness Business Empire, where ancient healing wisdom meets the modern slow living lifestyle. I'm Diane Del Reyes, your host and guide for midlife women and holistic entrepreneurs to awaken your most vibrant, inspired, and authentic expression. With nearly 25 years as a Chinese medicine practitioner, acupuncturist, and certified holistic health coach, I've witnessed the transformative power of realigning your whole being, body, mind, and spirit. This is where we are going to fuse time-honored modalities like Chinese medicine theories, acupoints, essential oils, with the empowering philosophies of slow living, self-care, and sustainable success. So whether you're a woman in midlife craving more clarity and soulful balance, or a holistic practitioner ready to build a business in flow, this is your community to embrace the midlife slow living lifestyle shift. Join me to unlock practices, mindset, strategies, and lifestyle realignment to thrive in this life season and beyond. It's time to revolutionize the way we live with presence, work, passion, and redefine prosperity from the inside out. Let's open the window to your most essential self. Welcome again. So let's talk about these window of the sky points. It's really about realigning ourselves in midlife. It's where what we say, where heaven meets earth. The window of the sky points are a powerful gateway to reconnecting the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual aspects of your being that can become misaligned during midlife. These acupuncture points on the neck, and I'll share with you all about them, where they are, and what to do with them in a minute. But I want to kind of share more of the concept with you first. The points on the neck quite literally join heaven and earth in the body. On a physical level, they can provide relief from things like dizziness, brain fog, headaches, and chronic tension patterns built up over decades of stressful busyness. I'll get more into specifics in a bit too. Mentally, they promote clarity and a stilled presence of the mind. They can help resolve the distracting mental chaos and overwhelming cycles of anxiety, self-doubt, and negative self-talk that often plague women in midlife. Now, this relates to the slow living philosophy of realigning all aspects of our being when we've hit midlife and feel out of sync. So this really becomes the window to your essential self. The window in the sky points deepest magic operates on more of the psycho, emotional, and spiritual planes. Working these points can help shed the conditioning and outdated beliefs about who you're supposed to be. They realign you with the most authentic, vibrant inner nature. I mean, it's really about who you are deeply and not a version of yourself that is influenced by society or what others say or think you should be. By harmonizing your mind, body, spirit connection, you can really awaken to your true self and experience life-changing shifts like renewed sense of purpose and passion, feeling grounded in your values and even your boundaries, unapologetic self-confidence and self-love, living with more intentionality, presence, and joy, aligning your lifestyle with what's most meaningful to you. Let's unveil your essential self. In essence, these points help catalyze your personal midlife slow living lifestyle shift. You can begin shedding obligations, beliefs, and identities that no longer serve you and make space to nourish your whole self in sustainable, nourishing ways. By working with the window of the sky points regularly, you'll experience potent benefits on multiple levels. Like these points, once these are cleared, because there's a blockage that's happening, right? So all of these things, when things become more clear and these connections have happened, this as above, so below, the heaven and earth, mind, body, heart, and head, when all these things become connected and clearer, that's when the magic happens. That's when you can experience all of the benefits, like that part of which I've just talked about, but also like physical benefits. As we discussed on a physical plane, these points can provide relief from dizziness, brain fog, headaches, and chronic tension patterns. They do improve the flow of energy between the head and the rest of the body. So have you ever experienced that dizzy, spinning sensation or that overall haziness that prevents you from thinking clearly? Using the window of the sky points can dissolve that disconnection and imbalance. Physically too, like locally, if there's tension in the neck, the points are mostly located on what's called this SCM muscle. And that can get so tender and so tight. I mean, just even pinching it now, if you pinch it, and I'll show you a good way to find it, it's often tender on people. And so just kind of releasing that really unblocks that flow. Mental and emotional clarity. So this is where the magic starts to really happen. Equally important are the mental and emotional benefits. The points promote clarity of mind, calming that incessant negative self-talk, anxiety, and overwhelms that so many women face in midlife. They can help promote the mental and emotional blocks that prevent you from seeing and expressing your full potential, like removing that kind of dusty window pane to clearly see your most radiant, authentic self. There is something magical that happens when you have that clarity and that you can clear it off, clear that, and create a clearer vision. And then there's even a spiritual reconnection. I think it's the deepest impact is that psycho-spiritual level. The window of the sky points can be a powerful catalyst for reconnecting your true nature and essence. So they metaphorically open the window to experience greater self-awareness, presence, and inner wisdom. For those struggling to take thoughts into purposeful action, these points can provide the alignment to actualize your heartfelt callings. So there are several points that these magical little windows, and this is the first time I've talked about them in a while. I actually don't even have a training, AcuOil Alchemy, so I'll definitely share this with that group. AcuOil Alchemy is where I teach principles of Chinese medicine and meridians and acupuncture points, like their nature, their function, how to discover what points where they are. There's no one size fits all model here. So there's a lot of people say, can you give me a list of points and and essential oils that go together. I mean, yes and no. That's a very limiting way of thinking about it. You really need to know. I can always give you ideas, but to really understand the principles really helps you determine which oils and which points go together under which circumstances. You have to be able to kind of dissect and differentiate the person that you're working with. This is really important. So I think my students totally get that, right? So I know there are other people who teach it and they'll give you more of a cookie cutter, but it's not cookie cutter. You have to understand these principles. It's really important. So some of the points are SI 16, small intestine 16 and 17, stomach 9, and large intestine 18. And I'll share a little picture where some of these points are here. But I think some really good oils to open this up would be grapefruit and cypress. And there's also from doTERRA, because that's the oils I work with, a blend called Aroma Touch, which have grapefruit and cypress in it. So what that's going to do, so the whole reason I started thinking about these points, this group of points called the window of the sky, was one of my students was doing a presentation. She's an amazing facial yoga practitioner, and she was asked to do a presentation, and she was talking about lymphatic drainage. And when she was going over these points, she's like, what oil, because this is like the end of the treatment, is that you go down, do the lymphatic movement through here. And I said, oh, you're going through all these window of the sky points. I was like, oh, you're opening up that channel. You're moving lymph. So I was like, grapefruit would be a great oil to kind of unclog that area, move lymph, because grapefruit's great for lymphatic drainage. And then also cypress is great. It's one of the most moving essential oils, meaning it moves chi, it moves blood. It's great for swelling. It's great for anything feeling stuck. And then Aroma Touch has both of those oils in there, as well as lavender and marjoram, which help really relax the muscles, which you want this muscle relaxed. One of the great ways of finding this muscle is like if you press your hand against your chin, it's going to pop the muscle. You can feel that muscle. It's the SCM, sternocleidomastoid, meaning it goes from the mastoid to the sternum. So you just follow that up there and hold the oil to those points. Really, if you're just level with the thyroid, you're going to grab a couple of the points there. So that is what I would recommend for especially that psycho-emotional, psycho-spiritual connection back to yourself that you might feel like you're missing right now in your life, or to just get to that deeper level of understanding. Hope this has been helpful. I hope you will subscribe to this channel, share if you care, and I'd love to see you again on the next episode of Her Wellness Business Empire. Take care.